You have a powerful message and gift that the world needs to hear. And the only way that the world will hear you is if you stand up, stand out, and speak up. We are taught that self-promotion is bragging and obnoxious and showy. But if you don't show off your perspective, your brilliance, and your knowledge, it is very likely that you will be overlooked and not receiving the full recognition and reward you deserve. If you look at most of the talked about celebrities and entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Beyonce, and Oprah, they are all very savvy self-promoters, which is why you actually know who they are. They invest in brand development, PR, and leverage every relevant platform necessary to get their message and their offer out into the world so that others can support, buy, and celebrate them. Hi, my name is Hannah Fitz, and I'm the founder of the Brand Atelier at hannahfitz.com, where we create powerful stories and brand experiences that help powerful people make a bigger impact in the world with their brand. If you are all about creating powerful transformation and experiences for your clients in your industry, then I invite you to visit www.hannahfitz.com to get started on creating your powerhouse presence today. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel because together we can get these insights in the hands of more powerful people around the world. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Let's get into self-promotion and how you can do it in a way that is elegant and will boost your credibility and resonance with your market. After all, people buy from brands that they resonate with. Being successful means being seen. You can't hide behind your brand and hope that other people will promote you or see your value. The challenge is, how do you get others to notice your expertise and achievements without coming off as if you're bragging? I'll share with you two powerful strategies that world-class personalities and celebrities use to blow their own horn and get us to joyfully celebrate, recognize, refer them to our friends and family, and really be a part of their brand world. Number one, the elegant humble brag. I call it EHB. This one is tricky. If you don't do it correctly, you can come off as inauthentic and worse, incompetent. If done correctly, you'll come off as inspirational, competent, and aspirational. In a research by the University of North Carolina, participants were asked to rate various expressions of self-promotion. For example, if someone posted on social media, I seem to have written one of Amazon's top 10 books of the year so far. Unexpected. As less likable and less competent than someone who posted, I have written one of Amazon's top books of the year. Now let's look at Tony Robbins, a leading life strategist. He is a master of the humble brag. Here's an example of how he does it. Appearing on a show, he talks about how our lives are shaped by our beliefs, and most of our lives are being shaped not due to direct interaction with the president, but because of the media. Note how he establishes expert status by sharing a simple insight that shifts what influences us. He praises the media for being great, but shares how information, he's on a show sponsored by the press, so he acknowledges that they are useful. But he acknowledges that the media has its own agenda to get attention. Then he goes into a masterful yet well-positioned self-promotion story.
Like, I just had lunch recently with George W. Bush. I brought him out to speak to a group of my funding groups, and I bring up people on both sides of the aisle, and this year we're working with President Obama to see if we can get him in.
He mentions Obama to show that he is politically neutral, so that his audience can trust that they are getting an unbiased view. Notice how he makes this power mention purposefully to illustrate a point. It is not just about bragging that he is sitting in rooms with the most powerful people on the planet, which is what he really wants you to know and establish his own powerful status. But he does it in a very casual way to share with us insights that only insiders would know. And now you have access to that knowledge too. He also didn't just happen to have lunch with President Bush at a function he happened to be at. Tony Robbins was the one who invited the former president to attend his event. Big difference in establishing the extent of Tony Robbins' own influence. Listening, it is a subtle mention that you may not immediately connect, but subconsciously you are registering how extraordinary that is and why it was important for him to mention it. This short piece of story framing both shows that Tony Robbins is an expert and a very high status expert. This is the elegant, humble brag of a savvy self-promoter that is elegantly executed and instantly makes Tony Robbins both an inspiration and someone others aspire to be like. People want their leaders and public figures to be confident and to be winners. So don't try to downplay your achievements with towing the line and understated humility. Be bold, say it straight, and build it into a story. The elegant, humble brand is a great powerhouse move. Number 2, relatably extraordinary move. This strategy is amazing for coming off as authentic yet still standing out as extraordinary in the eyes of your audience. A great example is Lisa Nichols in this interview.
Everything that I need to get back up, I have in me. If I don't have what I need, I can go get it. And once I figured that out, the world was my playground. The question was just, where do I go get it? I don't know about that. Where do I go get it?
Right.
And I don't come from a learning background where I was a great student. I wasn't, my highest grade in school was a C+. And when I got a C+, I did the happy dance. And so I didn't have a background where studying was natural for me. But when I realized that if I go study something and I learn it, I own it, it's mine now,
Right.
Man, it was crazy because all through school, I struggled. The last time I took an English class, my English teacher told me I was the weakest writer she ever met in her entire life.
Lovely.
Yeah, lovely. And the same year I took a speech class, and my speech teacher, he said, quote unquote, Ms. Nichols, I recommend you never speak in public, that you get a desk job.
Lisa Nichols is a renowned motivational speaker and New York Times bestselling author. She is sharing how she overcame underperforming in these areas at school to turning into a multi-million-dollar brand. There is research that shows that especially high-performing people, when they show a balanced view of themselves, discussing, for example, both their shortcomings or failures and their successes and accomplishments, come off as more credible and more authentic. So, to elegantly self-promote, find ways of balancing your relatable past challenges, failures, or shortcoming with your achievements. The most important thing to remember when it comes to elegantly self-promoting is to be timely in your share and share in context of a story that will inspire or move others. We saw these examples of Tony Robbins and Lisa Nichols, two powerhouse public speakers, and how each used EHB, elegant humble brag, and the relatable extraordinary move to build their authority. We have a process that I share with my clients called the signature framing story, and that helps you self-promote to grow your brand in a way that boosts your credibility, likability, and converts followers into clients. You can learn more about my Powerhouse Presence method in my book, Great Brands Have an 8 Factor. Discover yours. The link is below this video. Downplaying or hiding your success does not serve you or anyone. If you want to powerfully lead and influence those around you so that they can experience your transformational and results-driven work, then it is time to elegantly self-promote. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, live the cultured life.